Moving to the second type of credit control measures, that is the qualitative measure. As I already said, the qualitative method is a specific measure. That is, in qualitative credit control, it aims at regulating the volume of, the quantitative aims at regulating the volume of banks' advances, whereas the qualitative aims at regulating the use of credit in order to diversify the credit towards more essential productive uses. Now, if suppose the RBI feels that the more of funds are accumulated in certain industries, then they want to diversify the same, or they want to bring about some balance in the economy, then they can go, focus more on the qualitative measures. So also they can move their funds from unproductive or speculative areas to much more productive areas through qualitative measures. Now, in qualitative measure, the first one is margin requirements. That is, margin requirement means it is the difference between the margin requirement means it is the difference between the value of loan and the value of security. Okay, say for example, if you have something like 10 sovereign of gold. Okay, so you have 10 sovereign of gold, which cost you around say 2.5 lakhs. Okay, this is the value of your security, and you are planning to keep this 10 sovereign of gold as security and get a loan for loan. Okay, so when you go to the bank, they'll not give you the entire 2,50,000 rupees. Instead, they'll keep some amount as margin, and then they will pay you the balance. Say, suppose if the margin requirement is 25%. Okay, no, only 20%. Okay, say if it is 20%, then the bank will keep the 20% of this 2.5 lakh, that is 50,000 rupees. They'll keep it aside and they'll grant you 2 lakh rupees as loan. Okay, for keeping 10 sovereign of gold. Suppose if the RBI wants funds not to flow much into the economy, then they can increase this margin requirement. They'll instruct commercial banks that the margin requirement for providing loan is say 25%. So in this case, the amount will be more, right? So they'll have to keep 25% as margin, and they can give loan for the balance amount only, right? Similarly, if the government wants, the RBI wants to pump in more funds into the economy, then they can lower this margin requirement, right? So suppose if the margin requirement is only 10%, so you will have to keep only 25,000 rupees as margin. So you will get 2,25,000 rupees as loan for 10 sovereign of gold. This is about margin requirement. So by increasing or reducing the margin requirements for loans, the RBI can control credit. Then next one is moral suasion. That is, the RBI will directly influence commercial banks in providing loans. That is, they will advise or request the commercial banks to cooperate in the general monetary policy of the central bank. That is, say suppose the economy is in boom state, so if you give more and more loans, then it will harm the economy, and therefore the central government will request the commercial banks to cooperate with them and not to give much funds into the economy. Okay, or not to approach them for further financial assistance. That is, commercial banks cannot approach the central bank for further financial assistance, or they should not give more and more funds to the existing sector loans, increase the amount to the existing loans. In such ways, the RBI will directly request commercial banks to cooperate with them. That is about moral suasion. The next one is rationing of credit. That is, in rationing of credit, what the RBI does is they will instruct commercial banks that the whatever funds is available, they should limit the funds that they can provide to the various sectors. Say for example, if they feel that automobile sector should not be given more funds, so they will say, okay, don't give too much loans to the automobile sector, instead concentrate more on agriculture sector, so people from agriculture sector can avail loans. Instead, the automobile sector will be, there will be a limit for everything. Okay, say give only 10% of your total advances to the automobile sector, give 50% of your advances to the agricultural sector. In such way, the credit rationing will be done. Then next one is direct action. That is, in case if any of the commercial banks do not follow the guidelines or the instructions given by RBI, then there will be a direct action by the RBI. It can be in various methods. It can be like the RBI will not agree to rediscount the bills of the commercial banks, or the RBI will say that they will not give any further loans to the commercial banks, or it can go up to the extent that the RBI can cancel the registration or nationalization of a particular commercial bank. It is because the commercial bank does not follow the instructions or directions given by RBI. Okay. Then the last one is regulation of consumer credit. That is, by regulating consumer credit, we mean that the flow of funds is controlled by regulating the demand for consumer durable goods. Say for example, if you wish to avail a car loan, okay, suppose if RBI's policy is to pump in more funds into the economy, then what they will say is the minimum down payment. Okay, so they can avail loan easily, so they need to pay only less amount as down payment, and also they will be given more time for repayment. Okay, the duration will be increased, and also the down payment will be lower, so that people can avail more and more loans, right? But if the RBI does not want, say for example, if it is depression phase, okay, so the RBI wants to pump in more funds, then what they do is they will say that, okay, you give me just 10% of your funds as down payment. So suppose if you are planning to purchase a car worth 10 lakh, then okay, 10% is just 1 lakh rupees. So pay down payment of 1 lakh, then balance 9 lakh rupees you can take it as loan, and say it this particular loan you can take it for 7 years. So something around 15,000 or 16,000 will come as your repayment EMI, right? This is one way. Suppose if there is boom, so the RBI does not want funds to flow into the economy, then what they can do is they can increase the requirement, that is down payment requirement can be increased. Say the RBI will say that you will have to pay 50% of your loan as down payment, or the consumer's EMI thing, 50% should be down payment, and the balance 50% only you will get loans, and also for that your duration will be less. Say you will have to pay it within 1 year. So more and more people will be reluctant to take loans, right? So thereby they can control the flow of credit into the economy. This is what we do in regulation of consumer credit. That's all about the methods of credit control. Thank you.